Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel The Trade Blazer. Welcome to yet another live learning session on options trading. Having said that, these are some of the levels that I have drawn and posted in Telegram channel as well. So please try to join the Telegram channel with the link available in the description. So the only plan that I had for today is that if Bank Nifty is going to open somewhere here with a little bit of flat to gap up kind of a opening, then I would go long immediately, right? That was a plan, but then I have started my day a little late today. I could not capture this morning momentum, right? So this one, I missed out on this particular trade over here. I still wanted to play towards the long side itself. What can be the better trade if I want to go long actually, right? To find out that trade, what I did is I wanted to wait for a retracement and to go long, right? So this was the first fib retracement I have applied over here when it taps into the 61.8% of fib level and then showing this rejection from the bottom. I went long somewhere here itself, okay, and captured this move over here. And then during this move, I had to exit with a trailing stop loss. That was my first trade. I have second opportunity to go long is this one. So I had applied this fib retracement once again from the low of this swing, which can be a deeper pullback. This particular entry would be higher probability one, right? That was my second trade, and I was tightly trailing the stop loss as well because of this high volatility, right? So and then it has taken away my trailing stop loss somewhere here. So I have captured this portion of the move over here, entered right at the bottom, exited almost at the top of this move. After that I was pretty much done with the day, and then yeah, I'm happy to close with smaller profit, and end the week in green, right? With that I made a profit of close to 13,000 in then, and then I took only one trade in Zerodha, so with a smaller quantity, so 2000 change over there. So overall it's a 15,000 of profit for today. And then it could have been close to 30,000, I would say, because more than 40 points of trailing SL got hit in both the trades. Okay, so that is fine as long as you are following your process. That should be okay. So there will be a time where price is going to continue to move upside, without taking your stop loss. That time you could actually make huge amount of premium collected or huge amount of points captured, right? So with that, let's dive into our today's live trading session and see how I managed the trades, what was the entry logic, and how I trailed the stop loss, all that with logical explanation, right? Okay, see you there. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back again. So I just started my day a little late today, and you can see that most of the morning move is already done, right? And right now, Bank Nifty is trading at a resistance zone, close to the resistance zone. Okay, so the plan was exactly to go long if Bank Nifty is going to open with a little bit of flat to gap up kind of opening, right? So I missed on that opportunity where Bank Nifty has exactly opened with a flat to gap up kind of opening and then moved with a open low candle. You know about the open low candle, right? Open low candle is something, a very strong bullish candle, and because I missed out on this particular entry, what I'll do is I'll still try to play towards the long side and wait for the price to take a pullback and take call again, right? Try to buy a call again. We'll let you know if I take any entry. You can see that right now market is making an inverted hammer where it looks like a bearish setup, right? But that's not correct, guys. So first thing you have to observe is the market structure. What is a market structure? The overall market structure is bullish or bearish. Okay, if it is bullish, I don't want to play the bearish bets, right? Rather than I would wait for a proper, long side setup or the bullish setup to go long actually, or to buy the call actually. So that's where I wanted to stop myself, not to trade, put right now. Okay, yes, we could do a little bit of quick scalping over here, but I don't recommend to any of the uh, beginners doing it, right? It needs a higher level of accurate, execution, right? So let's wait for the proper pullback to go long actually. We'll let you know if I take an entry there. Pullback or a retracement and shows a strength with a strong open low candle. On the spot chart, you can see that a strong open low candle got closed, the green candle, in 5 minutes time frame. Okay, so based on which I would like to go long here, but remember this is not a high probability trade. Okay, and I will not be adding any quantity as such or averaging as such, right? Price can do two things over here. One thing, price can move towards the upside from here, or it can break below this, low of this hammer candle, and then go further down. Maybe after that, giving a deeper pullback, it can bounce back from there towards the upside. These are the two possibilities that I can see right now. And with, let's say if it is doing the second, let's say if it is going towards the downside, that's where I would like to take the stop loss over here. So just spot 50,600 call, 150 quantity, and then let's say if it is going below the swing low, the recent swing low, I will take the stop loss and I will wait for another opportunity, and let's see how this trade goes on from here. Thank you. Let me explain here the trade logic a bit here, guys. So let me draw here the fib retracement tool from the low of today towards the swing high of today, right? So this is where the price got rejected at 50 to 60% of the fib retracement. That's where I went long, and this would be from the low of this swing to the high of today. This would be a deeper pullback, right? If the price is going to take, come back and takes the low of swing, then I would take the exit and I will go for the next setup as an entry, right? So that's the plan. Right now we got a good momentum already, and I'm going to trail the stop loss if we get a further momentum, right? Let's see how this trade goes on. Already getting more than 60 points in this trade, guys. As I said, this was not a very high probability trade, so I would like to place a tight stop loss over here. If it takes, that would be my first trade, and I will definitely take another entry as well, right? Let's see. Somehow this didn't take my stop loss, guys. I mean, the stop loss order didn't get executed, though I have placed the stop loss. That's fine. So now let me refresh. Yeah, the order is still there, and you can see that the profit is already reduced as well, but that's fine. What I'll try to do now is I will just find the low of this uh, swing right now over here in the premium, I will try to put the stop loss below that swing. So there is no other option. We'll see. I will cancel this and shift the stop loss towards the low of the swing. All right. Trailing SL is gone in the first trade, guys. So with that, it's a profit of around 7,000 or 50 points captured in this trade. And I took the same trade with a less quantity in Zerodha as well, so close to 2,000 there. So we'll let you know if I take any more trade after this. So you can see that I have replaced the fib retracement tool from the low of the yesterday swing, so that if price comes to a deeper pullback, I can go long again. So right now you can see that it tapped into the 50% and 61%, the golden fib zone. This is where I wanted to go long. Okay, we'll let you know if I go long here or buy call over here. So I got enough confirmation in terms of price action as well, guys. So two things always we need to observe. First thing is the levels or the zones that you have marked. Second thing is how the price is behaving at that particular level. So I just bought 50,400 call over here with 150 quantity, and then you can see that on the spot chart there was a first rejection in the red candle. After that there is a second rejection followed up, with a green candle, right, converting into a green candle right now. Okay, so this low over here on the premium chart would be my SL. Okay, so let's see how this trade goes on from here. We are getting a nice momentum already in this trade, guys, both on the spot chart as well as in the premium. So what I'll do is I'll try to trial the stop loss over here. I'll let you know. We'll see how this trade goes on. I can see that price has created a swing over here, and then this top on in the premium over here. Now the price crosses above this top that I have marked over here. Then I will trail the stop loss. Okay, try to learn this logic how I'm trailing the stop loss and all, guys. Okay, price is going above the marked level, so I'm trailing the stop loss over here. We'll see how this trade goes on from here. Trialed the stop loss a bit more towards the upside, guys, so that we can capture as many points as possible. Okay, so the trade management is very easy in Dhan, guys. So the link is available in the description, so that if you want you can open an account with the link available in the description. And trade management is very easy in Dhan. That's one greatest advantage that I found out. So it has taken away my stop loss, guys, trailing stop loss. So with that, I made a profit close to 13,000 in Dhan. I haven't taken any trade after that in Zerodha. So 2,000 there. So close to 15,000 for today. And then I would like to end the day here. Hope you have enjoyed and learned something from today's session. See you in the next one. Bye bye.